starting off with the Hydro Test Primer, and I'm putting it all over my face and upper chest. This keeps my skin hydrated and protected since I will be using a lot of products that may dry up my chest area. After that, I'll be filling in my pores with Angel Veil and No Filter Blurring Primer, Angel Veil on the outer parts and Blurring Primer on the nose area. For foundation, I'm using the HC Studio Photogenic Foundation in 2 different shades, Warm Ivory and Vanilla. I'm applying it with the brush number 7 and then using the buffer brush number 3 for the perfect blend. For depth and definition, I'm using Highlight and Contour Cream Pro palette. Even though I'll be painting over my chest, I want to put down a good base and contour my collarbones and arms. And if skin will poke through later on, it will look more put together and have more depth. Also, a good base will make the colors be more pigmented and cream colors blend better together. For the under eyes, I'm using the Precision Blending Sponge, damping it with water first, then spraying it with the long-lasting dewy finishing spray. And since I have dry under eyes, this will prevent them to feel dry and flake. When I paint precision drawings, I always use the Wonder Pencil to do my outlines. It's light enough for if I do any mistakes, I can erase them, but I can still see the outlines later on when I fill the colors in. And as you saw, it's well loved and I'm almost out of it. My colors for this look are the Vivid Brights cream colors. I'm starting off with my cool tones, and this color is called Endless Skies. Then I'm darkening my shadows with the color Blueprint and then blending it together with the color Sugar Rush to make the transition from one shade to another seamless. To give the clouds depth, I take the color Rebellious Edge and using a brush and my fingers to give it more of a cloud feel. What is great about these colors is that they are so user-friendly, but also so creamy and precise enough to get nice lines. Now that my foreground is pretty much laid, I want to make the clouds that are further back a different color range. So I'm using the color Pillow Talk to give it a cool purplish feel in the shadows and blending it with Sugar Rush and a little bit of the Rebellious Edge. When I'm looking for inspiration, I look for pictures on the internet and use them as reference photos. As you can see, I use this photo from Hercules of Mount Olympus, or the palace that the gods lived in. I love the mix between cool tones and warm tones, but most of them are pastels, so they mix so well together. For the warmth of the clouds, I use the color Light Show, which is a lovely golden color that will make it look like the clouds are being lit by the sun in the background. I'm just putting it on the top of the clouds where the sun would actually hit them. Then I will take the Ultimate Brights palette to put more warmth in the clouds, and Lit Lingerie palette for the shadows. And then finishing it off with the Faux White eyeliners. I use the shade Vanilla on the top of the clouds and the shade Lavender Blush on the bottom. I'm using the Faux White liner in Baby Powder, She Shell and Vanilla for the base of the centerpiece. It's one of my favorite characters ever, Pegasus. He's silly and cute, but also majestic looking. When I was little, I always dreamed of owning Pegasus. But instead, I just owned regular horses. Since my dad is a horse trainer and my mother has owned horses all her life, I wanted to do Pegasus in a more realistic way. For the highlight, I'm just using white body paint, and I'm putting it at the highest points of the clouds and making squiggly lines and little dots. For Pegasus, I'm filling in the base and making his wing pop out. I'm careful leaving some shadows and skin breaks so he has more depth later on. It's all about light and perception here. I'm also using a little bit of Vivid Brights cream color in Love Overdose to give my clouds a pop of pink. Now for the fun stuff. I'm using the cream eyeliner in Paradise and putting on the highest points where the sun would hit, but not drowning out the white or the clouds. Then I put the cream eyeliner in Crystal Vault where there would be more shadows. This gives the illusion of more depth and making everything pop. For a little bit of precision, I'm using the Epic Ink liner to do tiny thin outlines. But I don't want to drown out the picture, so I selectively do the thinnest line so it wouldn't overwhelm the picture. The Epic Ink liner is one of my favorite eyeliners to do precision work, since it's so accurate and almost never dries out. For Pegasus' mane, I'm using the Vivid Brights cream in Blueprint, and I'm painting the mane like it has air flowing through it, to make him look more majestic. Then I highlight it with some white body paint. For the eyes, I use the Ultimate Brights palette and blend that out with the brush number 16, and diffuse it with a clean brush, also number 16. I then do a cut crease using the Vivid Brides Cream in Endless Skies, Sugar Rush and Rebellious Edge. I blend them together to make an ombre. At the end of the cut crease, I take Rebellious Edge and do the wink by drawing feathers. And I finish it off with the Epic Ink Liner and do a small little wing to lift my eye up. On top of the cut crease, I use the glitter primer and put some chunky glitter in the inner corner and drag it out a little bit onto the lid. For the inner corner and brow bone, I use this color in the Love You So Mochi palette. For the eyebrows, I use the Vivid Brides Cream color in Light Show and then use the Love You So Mochi palette to give it a golden glow. And to top it off, I put some chunky glitter up into my temple. Now I'm adding a little bit more definition to my face with the well-loved Contour and Highlight Pro palette. Adding some highlight with the Love You So Mochi Lit Life palette and adding blush with the Sweet Cheeks palette. Now I'm taking the holographic Halo finishing powder in my geek and dusting that all over my face and body. And I can't leave Pegasus behind, and I'm adding some chunky glitter to him as well. Filling in my waterline with a faux black eyeliner in Blackberry and putting on Worth the Hype mascara. For the lashes, I'm taking two Wicked lashes together, first Overrated, then Vixen on top. For my hair, I did basic inwards curls, then put it into a loose bun, and then I put ribbon under the front curls. Then I'm framing the picture with the same ribbon so it won't have an awkward cutout. For the ribbon, I drew inspiration from Hercules' mother. For lips, I used the lip liner in Pale Pink and topped it off with a butter gloss in Cream Brulee. For the hands, I just used the Vivid Brides Cream color again and blended them together in an ombre look, and topped it off with a little bit of chunky glitter. And this is my finished Hercules inspired Pegasus look. Thank you for watching!